Well, hello everyone. This is video 95 of 365. Oh my gosh, I am just shockedeth that this is video 95 already. I can't believe it. 95 videos. I've been showing up for myself every single day doing a video. So I just highly recommend you showing up for yourself in whatever ways you are procrastinating on, and honor yourself and just show up. And whatever you're trying to do for your future, whatever goal you're trying to achieve, it's just first about deciding what you're wanting and showing up. And it's not about perfection, it's about progress, taking a little step each day to help you get there. And you do not have to focus on anything other than just a little bit of progress each day, 1% better each day, 1% feeling better each day. So we'll kind of piggyback off of yesterday and the day before and the day before. That there's nothing wrong with you, first of all. Second of all, I'm Samantha and I'm a therapist, and this is video 95 of 365, and I'm doing a video every day for a year to get over my fear of public speaking and social anxiety, which I think I've kind of conquered already. So, put this pillow behind me so I can lean back a little. So, anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, and I really recommend just showing up for you and doing things that maybe you've never done before, that you're scared of doing. I was terrified to do these videos for years, and I finally just decided to do them, and here we are. So, and I might have thought something was wrong with me, and maybe that's why I didn't want to post anything. I was definitely scared of judgment and caring what people might think, and trying to bridge being a therapist with all this spiritual work and energy work. And it's hard to kind of bridge the two together because a lot of people don't believe in the mystical. But I want people to start believing in the mystical. I've just decided that that's what I believe in, and it seems to work a heck of a lot better than the clinical side of things, I must say. So when I noticed that, I just had to kind of shift myself over into the mystical side versus just only psychology. So I kind of do both, and it's a lot of fun to bridge both together. So I wanted to ask the question today of what emotions do you not want to carry into your future that you've got right now? What emotions are anchoring you to your past? And what is keeping you stuck right now that you're noticing is not working for you very well? We are addicted to the emotions of the past. And our brain and bodies get addicted to the chemicals that are released when we think certain thoughts. And we don't even know we're doing it. So that's what this public service announcement is about. It's like, I want to shake everybody awake and say, hey, examine your thoughts, because your thoughts are creating your reality every second of every day. Everything you see outside of you is just a reflection of you and how you're being and who you are. And what I think is so cool about that is, like, you can look outside of you, kind of peeking out there, and get a sneak peek of what you're thinking internally that you might not be aware of. And to me, it's just so much fun to learn about myself and dig deeper into myself to figure out, where are my thoughts? Where are my emotions today? Where am I feeling that in my body? What am I ignoring in myself that I need to put some attention on? And so, like, I like to play the game of, like, if you feel like somebody's ignoring you, where are you ignoring yourself? Always bring it back to self. So if somebody is ghosting you, ignoring you, your specific person is doing that to you, or they're doing something else, whatever they're doing, I bring it back to me, and I say, well, okay, they're being this way, so how am I being that way with myself? That's what I start to look at. And that's where you have all of the power, because the power is within you. It's not without you. And so you want to never give away your power to anything else outside of you. I've had many conversations this week. I mostly do therapy sessions and coaching sessions from Monday through Thursday these days. And all this week, it has been switching our negative thoughts around. It did not matter the age of the person, how much experience they had. It did not matter. They all needed programming to switch those nasty thoughts around. So One thing I had some people do, the younger ones mainly, but the older ones enjoy this too. But any time you're having a negative thought, like say you're starting a new job or something, or you're at your normal job and you're like, you just have this thought of like, nobody wants to talk to me, or nobody likes me, or nobody's going to like the work I produced today, or whatever the case is, or I don't feel confident. Write those all down. Be very aware and examine your thoughts. That's one of the number one things I think people should do is you've got to know what you're thinking. You got to become aware, because if you're not aware, everything's unconsciously happening to you by default and there's no intention behind it. So you want to write those thoughts down. This is an exercise you can just do if you want to. You don't have to, but it's kind of cool to see what you might be thinking, and write all those negative thoughts down that you have about yourself or your situation, whatever it may be. And I told him to draw an X through it, and then next to it, write the opposite of that. And that's going to be your affirmation that you're going to say to yourself in replacement of what you're already naturally saying to yourself. And the reason why you're naturally saying the bad is because you've practiced it so much that it just becomes natural. So if that's true, then that means we can practice something else a lot and make that natural. And then it becomes a whole belief system. And a belief is a thought. You've thought so many times that it becomes a belief, and it's like hardwired into you. So we just have to rewire. First is becoming aware and disrupting that pattern, and noticing like, well, this doesn't work for me. Why do we believe nobody wants to talk to me? Nobody likes me. Why do we believe that instead of everybody wants to talk to me? Everybody likes me. Why would we believe the negative? We tend to believe the negative. It's like you'll have a great day at work or whatever, and you'll get in your car, and then all of a sudden you're driving and you're cussing out people as they cut you off, or you're like, go, hurry, and you're having to go slow behind this guy in front of you. Oh, they're making me late, or they're making me slow down, and we immediately get frustrated in the car. That's an external stimulus that is affecting everything inside of you. You're letting it control you. So there's an example that maybe you do that every day, but you don't think that that's important enough to look at. I would say it is important enough to look at. Check out every little thing that you do during your day that sends this little ping to you that's like, I'm mad now. Look at all those things that make you mad. Ask, why do they make me so mad? Like, why did that trigger me so badly? Why? What about it is so powerful that you're like, here you go, here's my power. You could take it all day long. You can just have it. That's what we're doing. We're letting the external world determine what the internal world is feeling that day. And that's where we give our power away. You cannot outsource your power and expect to be happy. So this is kind of like training the muscle of your mind. It's training yourself to expect happiness instead of the opposite. We tend to expect the exact opposite of that, unfortunately. And it's just so programmed in. And then we get stubborn and we're like, no, I don't think that way. I don't think that way. But really, we are thinking that way. We're just so used to thinking that way that we think it's okay. But really, it's in the background running the show with certain things. And that's being projected out into your reality. Whatever you're conscious of is going to show up. And it's going to reflect back to you what you're thinking and what you're assuming as well. So a quicker way to get to some of these places too, these better feeling places, is to just start assuming what you're wanting is already true about you. So you can imagine just already having what you want and living from that feeling versus living from the feeling that you're so addicted to in this old, manifested life that you've got over here. It's all old news. It doesn't matter anymore. You only want to reverse engineer things, like look at how things actually happened and kind of pick out, okay, these are the patterns that I have of my thoughts, and these are what I need to shift. And it's actually very easy to do, but then there's some beliefs that I believe that we have in our subconscious that are just like kind of stubborn to find because they're so ingrained. But for the most part, I think most beliefs are pretty easy to find. You're going to know, like, do I feel good or do I feel bad when I think this? That's pretty easy to determine. And then maybe like, who told you that? Or what happened to you for you to believe that about yourself? That's a good question. What happened to you? There's nothing wrong with you. Something just happened to you, and then you took it and made a meaning out of it subconsciously most of the time. Like, I'm not good enough, or I'm feeling shame, I'm bad, things like that. And then you're still feeling them today. They're just kind of in the background. And those old feelings are creating those thoughts of nobody wants to talk to me, nobody likes me, I suck, whatever it is. The lack of confidence. That's what a lack of confidence shows up as, is those old meanings that were made when you're a kid. They're showing up today as a lack of confidence, which could be affecting your marriage, your job, your friendships, everything. So kind of think about that too. Like, if you're not feeling confident, there might be something in the past that doesn't look like it's related, but it might be. So it's just really fun to kind of get to know you. You don't have to get to know anybody else. You don't have to fix anything externally from you unless you want to. You don't have to do anything. Just going inside yourself is enough, and getting to know you. What do you like? What do you want? What are you putting your faith in that you don't need to be putting your faith in? What should you be putting your faith in? And can you hold true to the exact thing that you're wanting without any evidence showing you that it's happening? That's the hardest thing, I think, for us as humans, is to create this vision for ourselves, imagine it, get all excited about it, and then we just disregard it. As soon as we don't see it, we're like, oh, there's a lack of it, so it can't be happening for me. And that's what you have to realize, is you've got to stay true to your vision and have faith with no evidence, and create a knowing with no evidence that, yeah, it's actually happening in the background. I'm gonna have this thing. I'm gonna be this thing. So really watch the negative things that you're saying to yourself. Really watch that, and remember that you're believing whatever you tell yourself. So you've got to start telling yourself a different story. If you're identified with the old story of you're identified with that old man, you got to kill the old man so the new man can come and rise up and start telling the new story of the new man, as they call it. The new man and the old man. The old life and the new life, the 1.0 self and the 2.0 self. Whatever you want to call it, you get to decide who you're being today. And every single day, you have to be aware of, where are my thoughts? What am I believing about myself today? What am I believing about my external world that I might need to disrupt and rewire something new in there to start shifting towards my new reality that I'm really wanting to have? I promise you can have anything you want. You just have to shift your mental state. It's really all that it is. And to shift your mental state, you just generate it from within. You kind of give it to yourself. You go within and you say, well, what am I needing? And maybe you're needing to hear you're awesome today, whatever it is. Tell yourself you're awesome. Tell yourself you're awesome all day long. Just start talking to yourself nicely. And it creates a mental state that's different from the one you were experiencing. And when you do that, you just start practicing and practicing. It starts feeling better. So you kind of get addicted to that new feeling. You're like, oh my gosh, this actually feels peaceful and I feel loved and I really like that feeling. So I'm going to start, keep talking to myself like this over and over. You're going to create a new neural pathway in your brain that's going to automatically start going that way instead of the old way. And you just practice it over and over. You teach your body what good feels like, what peace feels like. You're teaching your body before you're in that new future. You're teaching it how to feel right now. Even though it's not in the future yet, you're right now, your body feels like it's already there because you're teaching it how it would feel. And then just practice. And then you sustain that feeling for as long as you can. Even when there's nothing that's changed outside of you, your brain and body feel like there has been a change because technically there has. You've created a new mental state from nothing. And so you just kind of stay there as long as you can, sustain it. And Esther Hicks says, milk it, just milk it. Think about new thoughts that kind of match what you're feeling and thinking, and just, it'll all be attracted to those thoughts. It'll start coming and coming. You'll have a new thought that matches the next thought, and the next thought comes and it feels good too. And you create that momentum. And then pretty soon those old thoughts don't even make sense anymore. When you shift your identity, literally, it will be so natural that you literally won't even entertain the old thoughts at all. It happens so naturally. I promise you, once you shift, you start to go that way, and you can look back and you're almost bored and or annoyed with the way that you used to think. You're like, God, I don't even believe that was me. I don't even identify with any of those thoughts anymore. And that's when you know you've shifted right there. You also know you've shifted when people around you are changing. They're acting weird, acting different. They disappear. That's another good indicator. Or they come closer. That's another good indicator too. Things and people and events and different things are attracted to you. Different opportunities show up. All potentials exist in the quantum field. You can have anything you want. There are multiple realities going on at once. You've got everything you want in another reality. You just have to align with that you that's already experiencing it. And by practicing what those good feelings feel like and teaching your body that, hey, it's already there. The body's already there. And you just practice and start feeling better and better and better. You start to attract those new things to you. And you'll see exactly what I mean when you start practicing it more and more. And you start getting addicted to those feelings instead of the old feelings. And also, according to epigenetics, we can turn on and off different genes depending on the way we think and believe. So new chemical reactions happen, which turn off and on different genes. So that can create, if you have all these diseases in your family that are genetic, you have the ability to turn off those genes and turn on new ones to help keep you healthy. So that's a whole other rabbit hole I'll go down some other day. But yeah, that's today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you. If it did, please share with somebody who might benefit from this. And I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for everything. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.